What's going on, guys? Welcome to Arsenal Fan TV. And first of all, before I start the review, just want to quickly apologise for not being able to get a review out last night when I intended for it to come out. It's just that I had a load of problems with my laptop, but I'm reviewing it now, and you know, what an amazing result that was for Arsenal last night. What a performance that was by everyone on the pitch, and I really have the belief now that we can go on and win the FA Cup. It was such a great win, and to think last season we were going into that game against Bayern on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Blackburn, and now we're going into it on the back of a 2-1 victory over Liverpool. I mean, we can go all the way in this one, and we can go into that game against Bayern with absolute certainty that we can actually get a result from that one. I mean, it was what I noticed yesterday, that it was actually a really good performance as well as getting a result. We actually played really well, and I really enjoyed that experimentation up front. And to be honest, I must say I was a little bit sceptical when I saw the lineup. I thought, you know, that Arteta Flamini pivot, I don't really like that. And then you had Monreal and Jenkinson, two of our lesser fullbacks. And that's where I thought we were going to be exposed with the likes of Sterling, Suarez attacking against them. And then obviously playing Sanogo on his debut. Now that was a really terrifying, it must have been a terrifying experience for him. I mean, to throw him in such a huge game. But you know, the boy, he played exceptionally well. I thought he was probably responsible for the first goal, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's goal to put us 1-0 up. And he was always involved, and he offered us so much more up top than Giroud has in recent weeks. And he had an absolutely amazing performance. There were a couple of moments where he did fall over the ball, etc. But I would expect that from him. He is quite young, and you know, for a first game, for his debut, excellent performance all round. Anyway, the game started pretty much in Liverpool's favour. They were really attacking the Arsenal goal, had a couple of early corners. Sturridge had a really good early opportunity on goal, taking it around the keeper but firing into the side netting, and they could have been 1 or 2-0 up within the opening minutes. Fortunately though, our defence and our defending from set pieces in general was a million times better than it was in that game at Anfield. And it was just delightful to see that Mertz and Koscielny partnership just working tirelessly, and both of them deserve so much credit because they put in an excellent performance. Fabianski as well, contender for man of the match, if not man of the match, because he was probably the guy that kept us in that game. Made some absolutely superb saves, a couple of late ones at the end from Suarez and Sturridge. And, you know, it was a great performance all round from Arsenal, and I can't criticise any player because at the end of the day, that was a rotated lineup, but everyone put effort in, and Liverpool probably played 11 of their finest and strongest players, which just makes this victory all the more sweeter. Anyway, slowly but surely, Arsenal got into the game a little bit more, getting Sanogo involved more, Chamberlain, Podolski, all involved more. And that's another thing, I was really glad to see Podolski involved in the game. And one thing that I did pick up on this Arteta Flamini partnership. Now, obviously I'm not one that favours it. I mean, you've probably heard me say in other videos that it's probably one of the worst defensive partnerships out there. But, I mean, in these games where you're having to stop some of the best defences, I mean attacks should I say, in the world, then it kind of works because it just cancels out their attack. And yeah, we probably don't play the most creative football, but I think it kind of works when we've got two proper wingers. It's the same with Ozil, because when we had two proper wingers on the pitch today, yesterday, he put in a sublime performance, and it was probably one of his best games in an Arsenal shirt. I thought he had a really good performance, and I think that's why we haven't been seeing the best out of him, because players like Giroud aren't willing to make the runs, whereas you've got Chamberlain who is, you've got Podolski who is, Sanogo even makes more runs than Giroud does, and it was really good to see the best out of Ozil yesterday. Anyway, like I said, we got into the game an awful lot more, and it did look like we were the ones pressing, we were the ones dominating, and we were actually exposing that Liverpool back four. And Liverpool, they did have a stronger back four than when we originally played them, because you saw Daniel Agger come in, and you'd probably assume that he's one of their best defenders. But we managed to exploit that, and we got a goal. Sanogo, I think, was at the heart of it with that excellent shot on goal, which was blocked by Gerrard, fell to Chamberlain, and an excellent finish to put it in the back of the net. We were 1-0 up, and we kind of we looked comfortable from there on in. Going into half time, I mean, we just looked dominant. It didn't look like Liverpool were going to come back into the game. I thought it was really comfortable, but that wasn't the case. I thought in that second half, in the opening minute, should I say, Liverpool had a couple of early chances, and you know, they didn't take them, which, you know, we should be thankful for. And Fabianski, like I said, he kept us in the game massively at times, and I'm so grateful for him. It's going to be a shame to see him leave at the end of the season, to be honest, but he's the kind of guy that does need first team football. Anyway, that second half, it was kind of more of the same from Arsenal, and we did actually managed to get an early goal. I thought it was against the run of play, but it was an excellent ball from Ozil to Chamberlain, running down the right hand side to Podolski, and it was an exquisite pass from Chamberlain. Chamberlain probably man of the match for me, alongside Lucas Fabianski. If I could pick two, it would certainly be them two. Chamberlain involved in both goals. Ozil also involved in the goals, which was absolutely amazing to see. Great pinpoint cross to Podolski. Took it on his right foot, which is a weaker foot, and it was an excellent finish under Brad Jones. And I'm so glad to see Podolski score. I mean, every time he's played for Arsenal now, he's kind of either scored or got an assist, and I want to see him playing more. I'm not sure whether he'll start against Bayern or not, but I thought he had another excellent game. I was pretty annoyed to actually see him go off, same with Chamberlain, but I'm hoping that they'll be rested for Bayern, and I'm hoping that we'll see an appearance from them. Anyway, after that goal, Liverpool, Arsenal still looked comfortable. It didn't look like we were going to concede, but then the penalty was given away by Podolski for the slight nudge on Suarez, who probably made the most out of it, but at the end of the day there was contact, it probably was a penalty, and it was an excellent finish by Steven Gerrard. And Liverpool, it was kind of, they were much more in the game after that. I mean, they were throwing everything they could at us, and they honestly could have got a couple more if it wasn't for the excellent saves of Lucas Fabianski. I keep going on about it, but Fabianski, if he hadn't been playing, well, if we'd have had Szczesny playing, I don't know, Fabianski just kept us in the game, and he had an excellent performance, probably his best in an Arsenal shirt. So I was just glad to see how much this cup means to everyone. I mean, it's just absolutely great performance, and like I was saying, Liverpool, they edged back into the game, and they were putting on so much pressure, and they probably should have got another penalty. I hate to admit that, but there was definite contact from Chamberlain on Suarez. But maybe if Suarez hadn't made such a meal out of it, then maybe Webb would have given a penalty. But I don't think it was a good day for Webb in general, because I think we should have had a couple of decisions. Sterling should have been sent off for making contact with Webb. That's a straight red card. Gerrard, extremely lucky to still be on the pitch. He should have been sent off for the foul on Chamberlain. And penalty claim on Cazorla with a poor tackle from Skrtel. So, he wasn't really in favour of any team. I mean, you got all these Liverpool fans moaning about how unfair it was on them, but it wasn't particularly fair on us either. I mean, at the end of the day, I think the better team won. Liverpool, I don't think they were any different from they were in that game in the 5-1 morning. It's just a case that we actually turned up for once, and it was, it was great to see that, because when we play extremely well. And Liverpool, as good as they are, we were just the better team on the day, better team over 90 minutes, and they might feel a bit unlucky. They have every right to do so. I mean, they're a great team, and I'm confident they can honestly go on and get top four. They've still got that title challenge. They've still got an awful lot to play for this season, so Liverpool fans shouldn't feel too downhearted. But Arsenal fans, one more win and we're going to Wembley. That is just, I want that so much. I mean, I haven't gone to Wembley yet. I'm saving it until I'm going with Arsenal, and I just absolutely cannot wait. I'm praying that we beat Everton, and we should do. Everton is a stroll in the park compared to what we came up against yesterday. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Bayern Munich in midweek. That's going to be a massive game. The atmosphere of that one should be crazy, as good as it was today, if not better. Anyway, those have been my thoughts on the game. Please leave your thoughts on the game in the comments box below. Leave your thoughts on the upcoming match against Bayern. I'm hoping to get my preview out for that game ASAP. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be great if you click the like button. Let's all enjoy this moment, and thanks for watching the video, guys.